The game is called Pig, and I'm going to give you a thorough tutorial and playthrough of the game Pig, along with two variants. One being two dice Pig, and the final being a game called Hog. Let's get started and learn how to play. In order to play what I am calling Basic Pig, all you need is a single six-sided die and a way to keep score. On a player's turn, you will be able to roll the die as many times as you wish, and you will add the number you rolled together to form a running total. At the end of your turn, when you've decided to stop rolling, whatever your running total is will be added to your score. However, if at any point you roll a 1, your turn ends immediately and you will not earn any points for the round. Let's go ahead and take a look at a few example turns. So we'll have player 1 go first. They rolled a 2. They can stop and take 2 points for the round, or they can keep rolling. They're going to keep rolling. They got a 6, so now their running total is at 8. Again, they can stop or keep going. They will keep going. A 3 brings them to 11. Another 6 brings them to 17. A 5 brings them to 22. Another 6 brings them to 28, and they are going to choose to stop. So we would put 28 points on their score, and then the die would be passed to the next player. You would continue to play rounds until one player reaches 100 points. That player is the winner. Let's go ahead and have player 2 take a turn. They rolled a 1. Their turn ends immediately, and they score 0 points for the round. We'll go on to player 3, 5, 8, 5 again. So they're at 13, 18, 21, 23, 27, and they're going to go ahead and do one more roll. Oh, they rolled a 1, so they do not get the 27 points. They get nothing. And our final player takes their first turn, and they rolled a 1. All right, so at the end of the first round, player 1 is winning with a score of 28. Again, the first player to reach 100 points wins the game. Now let's go ahead and move on to some alternative ways to play. The next version of this game I'd like to show you is called Two Dice Pig. And as the name suggests, you're going to play with two six-sided dice. And most of the rules are the same. You will roll as many times as you want until you decide to stop and take your total, or until you roll a 1, in which case you lose your points for the round. There are two additional rules, one of which is that if you roll doubles, you get to add that to your running total, but you are obligated, you must roll again. And of course, if you roll again and get a 1, you lose your running total for the round. The final additional rule is that if you roll 2 1s, your score goes to 0. So your turn ends. Not only do you lose your running total for the round, but your total for the game goes to 0. So what are some of the probability differences here between Basic Pig and Two Dice Pig? Well, with a single die, you have a 16% chance of rolling a 1. With two dice, you have a 30% chance of rolling a single 1. So the chance of rolling a 1 increases. Now, the opportunity to roll a double 1, though, is just under 3%. So you really don't need to play with the fear of getting a double 1. The chances of that happening are very, very slim. But that makes it even more hurtful when it happens to somebody during the game, because they literally beat the odds. They really beat the odds, but of course in a bad way instead of a good way. Let's go ahead and play through a few rounds. We'll have player 1 go first. They start off by getting a 9. They're going to roll again. And 9 plus 8 is 17. Oof, they rolled a 1. So they earn nothing for the round. Player 2's turn. Oof, they rolled a 1. Player 3's turn. They got themselves 7 so far. A double 1. The first round, though, so 3% chance of that happening, and it did. Player 4's turn. Still got nothing but goose eggs on the board. And they rolled a 1. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a second round and get some points on the board. Okay, they got 7. So we'll have this player stop. They get 7 points. Moving on, next player. They've got 8. They will roll again. And they rolled doubles. That's 8, so they're at 16, and they must roll again. And they got a 1, so they're at 0. So you can see what throwing in these extra rules do to the game. Player 3's turn. Got a 1. Player 4's turn. They are at 8. They will play again. And what they at? They were at 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. So they'll stop there. The last version of this game I'd like to show you is called Hog. And in Hog, you're going to have more dice in the pool. There are a few subtle differences here. First, you will have as many dice as you want to play with. I'm going to play with 5 for this example. And much like in Pig, as soon as you roll a 1, you will earn 0 points for the round. However, in Hog, instead of choosing how many times you're going to roll, you choose how many dice you're going to roll. And you will only roll them 1 time. If you roll any 1s, you score 0. If you don't, you add the total to your score. So what does that mean? Basically, with every die you add to your roll, you increase the opportunity to score more points. But you also increase the opportunity to roll a 1. So let's go ahead and play through a few turns. We'll have player 1 go. And we're going to start them off with just 3 dice. Okay, so they rolled a 4, a 4, and a 3. They did not roll a 1, so they get these points. That is 8 plus 3 is 11, so we'll add that to their score. The next player goes. They are going to push their luck a little more. They're going to roll 4 dice. Oof, they rolled a 1, so they score nothing for the round. Player 3 sees that, and they're like, you know what? I'm going to try 4 dice as well. And they did not roll a 1, so they get this for the round. 3 times 4 is 12, plus 6 is 18. Player 4's turn. They're going to play a little more conservatively, so they'll cut down to 2 dice, take their roll, and they get 6. Just like with Pig, you can continue to play until you reach 100 points. Whoever reaches 100 points or more first wins the game. And that's how to play Pig, 2 Dice Pig, and Hog. I think these all make for really fun games, especially if you're looking for some lighthearted fun to pass the time while you're waiting on your food at a restaurant or sitting at a bar, or if you'd like to play for some cash. I know, just like with Left, Center, Right, playing for money can make this really, really exciting. You throw those side bets in, and then you're really upping the action. If you already play this game and you have your own house rules, be sure to let me know down in the comments, because I would love to read them. And if you found this video helpful, the best thing you can do to support me is subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment down below. All of those things really do help out the channel. I've got more dice games for you up here in this playlist. And of course, until next time, keep on playing.